Today, I'm gonna be teaching you Southern Midwest infusion. I'm gonna start off showing you how to make some cheesy shrimp and sausage jambalaya grits. I love me some grits. We're gonna then show you how to make peaches and cream creme brulee. No bake style, easy for you guys out there. We're gonna finish that off with the vodka peach sauce. Don't go nowhere.
Chef Champion here to take you on a culinary journey I promise you've never been before. I'm here to help mold you, shape you, motivate you, and most importantly, inspire you into cooking like a champion. I'm Chef Champion, but my friends call me Ace. Welcome to the new age of culinary learning. Cook like a champion on this great station.
Looks like we're all set up, you guys. Little basic ingredients. I'm gonna be showing you guys how to make some Southern style shrimp and cheesy grits. So I grew up eating grits every single morning and I didn't get the shrimp nor the sausage. So this is my tribute to you, America. It was literally just the grits and a glass of milk and a piece of bread, and I can go to school just from that. So grits is very, very healthy for you, and as you see, all the other ingredients are really pretty healthy for you. You got all your peppers, your sausage, you got your andouille spices sausage, you got your Schellsberg creamery, salsa jack, that's gonna go with that. That's my shout out to you, Miss West. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on the grits. Very, very simple. So out here in the Midwest, it was very hard to find the authentic grits, so I'm using instant grits, which is pretty much the same, just follow the instructions. So when the instruction says add in 4 cups of water, I substitute the water for chicken stock. So I'm adding in 3 cups of chicken broth, and then about a cup of actual whipping cream. And if you guys want it a little bit more creamier, just do half and half. That works out fine. So as that's cooking, we'll go ahead and get started on our jambalaya mix. For people that don't know about jambalaya, man, it's all about the mix. You can take that jambalaya mix and add it to anything. So we're gonna add this to shrimp this time, or to grits. So the first thing we wanna add is our sausage. We'll take some andouille sausage. Proper way to hold the knife, 3 fingers tucked underneath the handle, index finger on the blade, thumb on the blade. Make sure your knife is nice and sharp. So then we're just gonna cut that in half. And then we're just gonna cut that one in half. And then we're just gonna make some slices. All right. Just gonna add in just a little bit of avocado oil in there. And then we're just gonna add that right into the skillet. Let that start to cook. While that's cooking, we're gonna take a quick break, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna put all this together, and we're gonna have us a good old-fashioned Southern breakfast. Don't go nowhere. Welcome back, America. For those of you guys just joining in, I'm making my Southern-style shrimp and grits with a little bit of a Midwest twist. So while we were on break, I went on and had my sausage nicely sauteed. We'll go ahead and transfer those over to another plate so we can finish cutting up all our fresh veggies. Leave a little bit of that oil in there because you need that. So the first thing that I want to cut is get all my veggies in there. So I just got a couple of different bell peppers. You can play around with that when you're at home. Always remember proper way to hold the knife, 3 fingers underneath, index finger on the blade, thumb on the blade, using the claw on the left hand. So whenever we're cutting to make dice, all we have to do is slice it first, turn it at an angle, slice it again. Then we have dice. Goes right in there. And you guys notice one thing when I'm cutting. One, I'm tightening up my stomach muscles, believe it or not, so you can get your workout on as you cut. But you notice my body posture. I'm kind of down into the mix, getting my hands dirty. I'm not standing straight up like a totem pole. I want to get as comfortable as possible to make good, nice cuts. All right. Go ahead and do our onion. What you want to do is just slice that. Don't slice it all the way through. Leave a little bit of that onion intact. And that should be enough onion. Turn that at 90-degree angle, slice again. Nice and smooth. Give that a nice little mix. I'll add in our jalapeno. Now, jalapeno is optional. If you want a little heat in your life, definitely add that to it. As I'm cutting, I'm walking my fingertips backwards. And then I'm gonna add in some of this Newski's Canadian bacon. Now you can use regular bacon, but that's just a little bit more work. So you got the bacon, it's already smoked, it already has a nice flavor to it. Just gonna dice those up and add that to it. And Newski's is right here in Wisconsin. You can definitely order it online, or if you're in Wisconsin, you can stop out there, buy them. Give that a nice little mix. So while that's going, the last thing that we're gonna add to that is our shrimp. And I'm using Gulf shrimp because down south, man, that's all we do is use shrimp right out of the water. I mean, it doesn't get any fresher than that. So all we wanna do is just cut those in 3, and I'm gonna throw that right into our skillet. I'm not a big fan on farm raised, you know. Hey, I'm a firm believer, you know, the wilder, the better. It's the original format. It's almost like the organic version of what it was supposed to be. You wash my hands out there. Remember, sanitation is first, you guys. Always make sure you wash your hands in between jobs. So while that's cooking, I'm just gonna add a little bit of this Cajun season and sprinkle it right over the shrimp and all the other different peppers. And this is pretty much almost done. While that's finishing up cooking, I'll go ahead and tend to my grits. As you see, they're nice and creamy, just the way Mom used to make them. Grits is a whole grain. Very, very good for you, you know. It's a knock-up from oatmeal. I'm not a big oatmeal fan, so I added just a little bit of butter, just a little teeny bit. And then we'll cut up our cheese and add that to it. I'm cutting these cheese. Now this cheese is a shout out to the Midwest. I picked this up from my good friends down in Schobert's Creamery. For those of you guys who don't know, they make the best cheese in the world, my belief. So I'm just chopping these down with the Cutco cheese knife. And this is salsa jack, so this is a little bit of a twist. Let's see if that tastes good. Tastes good to me. So the grits are almost done. Normally in Louisiana, I would add a little bit of that cheese in there, but because we're in the Midwest, I'm gonna dump it all in there. Let it rain that cheese on there. Only in the Midwest can it rain cheese, huh? I'm gonna go ahead and finish mixing this up. This is almost done sauteing. We're gonna take a quick break. We'll come back and I'll show you that presentation. Don't go nowhere. All right, welcome back, you guys. So we got everything all pretty much ready to go. So we're gonna go ahead and add in our andouille sausage. And for those of you guys that don't know about andouille sausage, it's pretty prevalent in all of Louisiana. It's just a spicy Cajun sausage that is the #1 sausage down here. I know down here in the Midwest, you guys like the Polish sausage, which that works a little bit, just not as authentic. So the last little touch we're gonna add is some of this Louisiana hot sauce, baby. And this is definitely optional. You don't have to add it in there, but man, I like a little bit of kick, a little bit of spice in my life. And that's almost pretty much done. I'm just gonna add a little bit of fresh garlic. Got this little fancy garlic peeler roller type deal I picked up at Cook's Corner. Just takes the skin right off. Well, we're gonna go ahead and cut that up. So as you guys see, you know, when we came back, we have our shrimp and grits going, where I just put a little bit of cream, a little bit of chicken stock, finish it with some of that Schobert's salsa jack cheese, and that's all ready to go, nice and creamy. And then I have my jambalaya mix, which is pretty much the same thing that you would put in if you're making regular jambalaya, only instead of using rice, we're using grits. Ain't that a twist? All right, throw that right in there. One nice little mix. I like that fresh garlic in there. It's gonna still cook a little bit. You definitely, when you're cooking garlic, you don't want to overcook it. So we'll go ahead, I just can't help it, you guys. That's something about shrimp and hot sauce. It's just, man, it just makes me go, Wasn't that a song? The things that make you go, Good stuff right there. All right, so we'll go ahead and get our garnish. A little bit of green onion, my favorite. We're gonna cut that ends off, and we're just gonna slice that on a bias, all for presentation. That should be enough. All right. So the last little thing we're gonna add is just a little bit of this chicken stock. And what that chicken stock is gonna do is kind of give it a little bit of a sauce to go with that. Mix that over. Just let that reduce just a little bit. Oh, get back in there. Just a little bit more. All right. Now it's time to just go ahead and plate this up. Looks like my producers are staring me in the face. I think they're hungry. They've been talking about these shrimp and grits all week long. And when you guys go home and you guys make this, I guarantee you no one, especially if you're in the Midwest, they're not gonna have any idea what you're talking about because they don't do grits out here. But surprise them, give them something different. It's nothing better than good old-fashioned Southern style grits. You see how they're nice and creamy and nice and cheesy? All right, give them one last spoon. And then what I'm just gonna do is take that spoon and just make me a little bit of pocket right there in the middle. There you go. All right. Man, if you wanna cook like a champion, you gotta eat like a champion. And it starts with breakfast. This is definitely the breakfast for champions. We're gonna add that right to the middle. Y'all, if you guys are looking and seeing what I'm seeing, your mouth should be watering right now. I'm telling you, you wake up in the morning, you eat like this, man, you'll be able to take on the day, take on anybody. Keep piling that on. All right. So then we'll go ahead and add in a little bit of garnish, a little bit of this green onion. All right, so today I taught you guys how to make a no-bake peaches and cream, which will save you guys a lot of time, especially those of you guys that have trouble in the kitchen baking. Very simple, but delicious. Then we finished off with this delectable shrimp and sausage grits. My mama never made shrimp and grits like this before, but if you look at it, everything's so healthy in it. You got your nice shrimp up in there, you have your peppers, your onions, your jalapeno, everything in there is just nice and fresh. This is a breakfast for the champions in the morning. Get up and eat this in the morning, I guarantee you, you'll be ready for the day. That's our show, you guys, and that's Cooking Like a Champion. We'll see you next time.